the righteous conduct. Gurudev asked, how can a person attain a God sojourn of his soul in heaven? What should a person do while dying so that he may get it? Replying, the Lord said, when a man realized that his end is close, he should have a piece of land be marked or close by a basil, tulasi plant, which should be duly climbed with a thin layer of cow dung paste spread over it. And a piece of saligram stone should be placed alongside. If one dies even in the shade of basil, that is tulasi, one should assure that one's salvation. He who dies with the leaves of tulasi in his mouth attains access to my Vishnu Varyam, even though he may be sunless, so that the piece of land till rain should also be spread, which should be covered with thin sheet of mattress made of tulasi grass. Kausha grass, the Kausha fire. Brahmana and the cow never get defiled even when touched by something profound and filthy. The Kausha fire, Brahmana and cow never get defiled even when touched with something profound and filthy. On the contrary, the Kusha, on contrary, the object of person profanity gets substantially reduced. It is the one the piece of land that drying person should be asked to lie down or he has placed there. The relation should ensure that a person does not die lying on his cow because it remains above the earth, hence it is easily accessible by the message of the death. When the person has been placed on the consecrated piece of land, a little piece of gold or gem should be put in his mouth. Then it is an little of Ganga Jal should be dropped in his mouth. This porous water burn one sin and Eve as quick as a fire burns a piece of cotton. If possible, the dying person may ask to utter Ganga name also. Listening to the Piyos Bhagavata. Srimad Bhagavata is a time also salvation is granting. At time of dying, nothing should be given to the person to eat. If a person is still conscious, he may be encouraged to grow total average to the world. The devotional song and the discourses are therefore or should help the dying person breathe his last comfortably. Nobleness make an exit by the mortal coil through the escape gauge from the opening of eye, ears, nose, and throats. The really realized one yogi, also having the life breath finally escaping through the body by spilling a little open a head and through an grievance made in his palate. O Lord of words, as soon as the life escapes from the body, it collapses like an felled tree. Owing to the absence of the vital air, the body starts decomposing soon. So why to pride on having a feed body? The fire elements then get assimilated back into the parent causes. Then the Garuda asked, please tell me about the dead body cremation by fire. Also tell me how and what should the faithful wife do at their hour. Lord said, he who doesn't get pindadana, the bell of rice made typically for the occasion, donation in the dying person's name, from his sons and grandsons, doesn't get released from the Pitni Rini, the debt of the ancestors. Immediately after the father's death, the son should arrange for the cremation. Overcoming his sorrow, he and all the close relations should get all the facial bristles and the hair shaved clean. And one who has performed the ceremony must take a bath before having hair shaved. Also, After wearing a white sheet and wrapped with the pieces like his private and other parts, he should fetch fresh water to bath his father's body. Then apply a little sandalwood paste on it and cover it with floors. With the pindadana, he ought to perform. While doing so, the five identification points of the dead should be uttered: his name, his father's, his great grandfather's, and native place and the country. Then all the family members should touch the feet of the deceased and blessed him as the case may. He circumambulate around his body. Now his apparent son should lift the body with others' help. The son who carries his water body revertially to the cremation ground gets a merit equivalent to performing an Ashwamedha Yaha. He should take a halt in between and offer the second pinda at a time. This makes the yasha at the ghostly worlds around the body of his protection. Taking the body to the cremation, the sun should place with the face north. Then the ground should be cleaned and smeared with the holy cow dung. Now sprinkle the pious water. He should establish holy fire, which saying the prayer, "O Lord, you are the cause of the world and repository of all the five basic elements." So tell the decreased person soul mourn to heaven. Having said the prayer, the son should lay them pre-made from the wood of Tulsi Patsa tree. Having his prayer, son should lay as pre-made lay the pyre made from the wood of Tulsi Basal tree. The Bible tree. While placing a pinto on the dead man's hand, the son should make sure that he has already made five pindadans. Here, the ghostly spirit can disturb the ceremony. Having done so under the instruction of a Maha Brahmana, the funeral priest, the son should set fire to the pyre. However, those who die during the puncture, an unauspicious 5 day period, he don't get good state. Hence, no ceremony should be performed during this period normally, but in the case of necessary, then along with the decreased person, five effigies charged with the holy mantras should be burned. In the case of the wife of the deceased husband want to become sati, in the case of wife of a deceased husband want to become the sati and get incinerated at husband pyre. First, she must take a bath, then decorating herself like a bride, with the priest's permission, bow to the sun lord, and crambulate round the pyre and sit on it, as though she is riding her nuptial bed. She who ends her life this way does not have her soul suffer for any discomfort with her body. She also has all her sins incarnated. Her soul, like a gold in the fire, emerges with more pity and merit. Such woman also dissipates all the sins of her husband and remain in heaven till the siege of 14 Intras. Oh my God. So such woman who displays all the sins of her husband also remain in heaven till the origin of 14 intras. The Sati purifies her entire lineage, all the blemishes, and enjoys bliss for as many years as there is a bristles on human body. Then with the divine, the Sati purifies the entire lineage of all the blemishes and enjoys his bliss for as many years as there are bristles on the human body. Bristles on the human body. Then, with the divine sanction of a long age, she is born in the high density, noble, virtuous, and get the same husband again in the moral life. The widow who cannot tolerate the fire on her body for the little duration burns in the fire for separation of ever. However, she can only commit herself at Sadi when she gets permission from her elders and priest. O Garuda, then the son's doing ceremony should break the head of the burning body with the wood. The son should convert the humming ceremony into happen. He should pour over the body ghee and pray the fire god. Please let the flames burn brightly to consume her body physical remains. They say he should pour the material till the fire consumes the entire body. A part of the middle of the body is kept unburned. The same is offered to tortoise or a crocodile. Having completed it, he should loudly pronounce the name of the dead, or the renouncing the decreased qualities feeling fully. Renouncing the decreased qualities feeling fully. The day of the sun should not eat. The place of the decreased body was kept should gain claim. The place of the decreased body was kept should again be claimed, and for 12 days an earthen lamp should be allowed to burn non-stop every night. The earthen picture dedicated to the decreased person, filled with pure water, should be kept at the base of some pipal tree. Pipal tree, either at the ceremonies, either at the cremation or other dislocated crossing. For 3 days, water and milk should be poured in the pitcher to satisfy symbolism of thirst and decrease with the prayer. May you feel satisfied with the liberation. On the fourth day, after the 3 nights, the remaining of the decree should be collected from the place of the body was burned. Then the remaining should be ritually flown into the pure flow water. The person that decreased bone pits remain at the holy Ganga also a period a soul enjoys in heaven. In the case of decreased news is received by the kin and not the body. When he has died in a foreign strand, a effigy of him should be made. All the funeral ritual should be done as though the body is present. If a pregnant lady does, a womb should be torn apart to take out the dead child. The child should be burnt while the lady cremation is completely formally like a normal way. In the case of boy, may have been given a sacred thread. The cremation for the funeral should be complete normally, while donating all the sacred thread with the pindas. O Garuda, O Lord Vishnu, this is how the cremation of death should be performed. The spiritual realized person doesn't aid any ritual. They should consign the holy river. However, their Shraddha should be performed by anyone having gratitude and faith for them. This is one of the three debts that a person must clear before the death. Thus, this is paid for helping continuing their lineage. The other two are Gunurim and Devarim.